Minecraft is a game full of mobs, from hostile explosive creepers to loot-snatching foxes. But what if there were even more mobs? Specifically, what if Minecraft had a bigger presence of wildlife? That being said, my name of course is SystemZ, and here are 12 wildlife mobs that should be in Minecraft. As a side note, all of the mobs in this video were created by Everbloom Studios and are available in the Animals add-on from the Minecraft Marketplace. If you enjoyed the video and want to support my channel and help me make videos in the future, consider becoming a member, where you'll be invited to my Minecraft and Discord servers, as well as have a chance to help me with new videos through exclusive community posts. Click the join button below for more information, and also thank you to those of you who have become a member since my last video. How is it going, my friends? And welcome back to another video. My name of course is SystemZ, and today we are checking out 12 wildlife mobs that should be in Minecraft. I mean, this is something a lot of people, including myself, have been wanting for quite some time. The game is just too boring as it is. We need more mobs that resemble the real world. Plus, it's a great way to learn a little bit more about the environment. That being said, let's jump into it. The first set of mobs comes specifically in the savanna biome. And that is, of course, starting with the lion and the lioness. A pair of mobs that I've wanted to see in Minecraft since the beginning of the savanna biome, and I think you can all agree. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about what exactly makes this mob special. Now, this would be a protective of their land type of mob, a very neutral mob. They would only really attack if they feel threatened. That way, you shouldn't make it a main priority to, of course, go and slay this particular mob. They're very majestic creatures and definitely deserve to be respected, so be very careful when you go in their land. Now, what's cool is if you actually manage to tame them as a cub and raise them, they'll be protective of you and protect you against other mobs that come around you. I think that is amazing. I love the idea of having guard lions that kind of protect villages and you as a player to fight off the hordes of zombies and creepers. I think it would be amazing. But of course, moving on, next up we've got the elephant, a mob that I have wanted again since the dawn of the ages of the savanna biome. This is an absolutely adorable creature in the real world, and honestly, I think this is another good opportunity for Minecraft to raise awareness for an endangered species. Now, they've kind of done that with bees. They like to add mobs like pandas and bees that kind of raise awareness and educate players, and I think this would be a great opportunity to do that in the savanna biome. The elephant wouldn't really give off any rewards for killing it. It's more there for balance and just to be beautiful in its own right. I think this would be amazing. I would love to see it. Let me know what you think of the elephants, of course, down in the comments below. And of course, for the savanna biome, last but certainly not least, I've done a lot of videos, by the way, about mobs, so if there's not any in this video that you wanted to see, maybe check out the other ones because they're probably there. But of course, last but certainly not least, we've got the beautifully tall and handsome giraffe. A mob, again, you know what I'm going to say, I've wanted it in the game for a long time. The giraffe is a beautiful mob that I like to believe would be tameable and rideable. I think that could be very fun. Perhaps it could even allow you to get up to higher spaces. Imagine you're hunting down trees to get some wood and you're riding on a giraffe. It's going to allow you to get those harder to reach spaces, which I think is going to be amazing. Now, if you do manage to kill the giraffe, which I don't know why you would, or if a lion gets to them, which would not be a fun sight, they would of course drop leather. Kind of like the horses, it's an alternative way to get leather if you don't find cows or horses. That way you can get enchanting sooner. But of course, let me know what you think of these savanna mobs down in the comments below. Would you just look at how beautiful jungle biomes can be? And that's right, the next set of wildlife mobs comes specifically in the jungle biome. I love the idea of these. They're dead! Oh no! Alright, we're just gonna pretend like that never happened. So ignore that, but welcome to the jungle wildlife mobs. These are some mobs, and honestly kind of cheated because there's more than one mob in this particular one, that I would love to see in the jungle biome. A biome that honestly I think needs to be upgraded probably more than any other biome in the game. So that being said, let's check out these mobs. They're a little noisy, as you can hear, so please ignore that. But the first one is insects. Now, this could be dragonflies, butterflies, and various other types of bugs. I think this is something we've needed in the game for quite some time. I mean, just imagine having them fly around. This could be amazing. We got the bees, so why not continue adding more similar mobs. I think this would be amazing and could even introduce a new mechanic or even building decorations for bugs, nets, or cages, things like that. I think it would be amazing. But of course, let me know what you think of that. Imagine seeing butterflies fly around. I think that would be amazing. Now these guys, they definitely are greedy for attention. As you can see, they are all about getting your attention right now. They're so noisy. These are monkeys, of course. Could you imagine seeing them swinging around the trees? I think that would be amazing. I love the idea of walking through a jungle and just seeing them move. It would be so amazing. And not to mention, they could go hand in hand with the new fruit, bananas. That would be awesome. Now, I'm particularly one who loves to farm in this game, so adding bananas alongside the monkeys would be amazing because it means I could farm and do even more to get fruit, something I think needs to be overhauled in the game. Now, just as noisy, we've got the adorable red panda, but watch out because they are a little hostile. They're very protective. They are quite vicious. If you've ever seen them in real life, they can be quite vicious. So that being said, the red panda goes hand in hand with the panda, acting as sort of a protector for the habitat. I think that is a really fun idea. Now, if they do die, which, of course, if they're hostile every now and then, they're probably going to die here and there, they would drop bamboo and other similar jungle items. I just like the idea of having them spawn as kind of a variety of pandas. I think it could be very cool to expand on that. Not to mention, I mean, the main reason is just because, come on, the jungle needs more mobs. But of course, let me know what you think of these down in the comments below. Not quite what you think. I'm not doing the mesa biome. I know it seems like it. I mean, just look how beautiful this land around me is. Everbloom Studios, you guys are fantastic builders. But we are actually doing water wildlife. I just needed to be in an area where we, of course, could access a large body of water, which, as you can see here, we're doing so. All the sides are broken. No! You know, I try to build beautiful scenes, but of course, something always destroys it. Maybe I should take this as a a sign. Okay, that was bad. All right, let's just ignore that. So, water mobs, something I've always wanted to bring in the game. I've talked about sharks. I've talked about dolphins, of course, which are currently in the game. I think we need the blue whales, manta rays, and of course, otters as well. I know those are all kind of very different creatures, but let's go take a look at exactly how beautiful these mobs are. Geronimo! Oh, I mistimed that jump. Okay, so now we're in the water. Let's go ahead and spawn in the blue whale, a gigantic creature that I honestly think just deserves a space in the oceans. I like to imagine that, you know, swimming through the ocean should definitely be greeted with gigantic mobs. Now, the whales would not necessarily be after you. They're not purposefully hostile, but if you're in their way, they might just eat you, just like they're going to do with any other fish in the sea. So be careful when swimming around them. Of course, next up, another beautiful creation, another beautiful mob, a manta ray. I don't know where he went. Let's just spawn another one. I love these. They flow so beautifully, and they should be very playful as well. I love the idea of having various, just different exotic creatures like this throughout the oceans. I think it would really add to it. Now, honestly, we kind of missed our chance with this from Aquatic Update not really adding them, but you never know. Maybe in the future we could get something like this in perhaps a wildlife update. And by the way, I do plan on talking about updates that could be in Minecraft later, so subscribe. But of course, the last mob, a fun one at that. The otter, a mob that I would love to treat as a pet. I mean, look how quick they go. But let's go over to the surface to talk a little bit about what exactly the otter would do for Minecraft. Imagine that it brings you fish. It's very playful, and it enjoys being in the company of course, players. So it brings you fish when it's not hunting for itself. But it also steals items and picks up things, bringing them to you or taking them away from you, similar to the fox. I love the idea of this being kind of a water fox. I mean, look at this. They're doing donuts. Very playful mob. But that's, of course, it for these. Now, I have talked about sharks and several other, jellyfish type mobs for the oceans. But again, check those videos out if you want to see them. But as far as wildlife goes, I would love to see these three mobs in the waters. Boom! Right on into it. Forest and plains wildlife. These are mobs that could spawn in various different biomes, so that's kind of why we're in this open area. Now, I would love to see them in the game, and honestly, I think they have a chance, because Jeb has actually mentioned some of these mobs. But let's go ahead and check them out. Now, again, I should mention, if the mobs that you want to see aren't in this video, that doesn't mean I don't think they should be added. It's just simply to keep this video short and simple. So if I miss some, maybe check out again my other mob-based videos. But of course, the brown bear to start things off. This goes hand in hand, in my opinion, with honey that was added in 1.15. I mean, imagine seeing a bear sitting down eating honey. That would just be truly adorable. But maybe don't get too close if you see that, because obviously bears are going to be protective over their land when they're hungry, especially. When they're in a river getting fish, maybe don't get too close. So yeah, let's kind of move on to the next one. This, of course, is a beautiful buck and a bow, a deer. Now, I think this would be amazing, and Jeb thinks so too. Back a long time ago on Reddit, Jeb actually commented on a post about this particular animal, saying that he would like to see it in the game. Now, unfortunately, we didn't really see much added on to that, but who knows? Maybe that means we'll eventually get them in the game. Not to mention, I think this would be amazing for reindeer. Come on, I mean, during Christmas, which just passed, I know we got a little bit of time, but maybe next Christmas, maybe if we're all good, that's what we'll get for Christmas. Now, this is kind of my favorite, honestly, because it's super fun and actually has a really cool mechanic. So imagine coming across a beaver dam in the river where water actually shifts down one level because they've stopped it from flowing. This could introduce very unique terrain generation because it would allow rivers to be at different heights. But not to mention, that's where you would find the beavers. Now, I love the idea that beavers can actually break wood. That means that we could get them and tame them and allow them to kind of break wood in a farm, which could be very, very cool. They're also very musical, as you could probably hear. And I mean, look how adorable the babies are. They are so cute. But this would be really cool because it would allow us to actually farm wood. Now, that's something we might be able to do with, what do they call, termites, that are probably going to be added soon. But they're definitely going to eventually be in the game. But still, I would like to see beavers. Let me know what you think of that down in the comments below. Well, you know, what can I say? We did it again. That was another great adventure that we went on. We found so many beautiful mobs that should be in the game. Now, I plan on doing another episode of Your Ideas in Minecraft. Episode 10, baby, coming soon. But make sure to comment down below what ideas you would like to see, because maybe I'll choose them. But for now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. I think that would be cool. You know, new year, I'm trying to hit some goals. Plus, you might find that you like the videos. Who knows? But either way, if you do subscribe, make sure to turn on notifications to be alerted whenever I do upload. But that being said, that's going to do it for today. My name has been System Z, and you guys have been incredibly awesome. So thank you very much for watching.